What up, homeboys? We got an announcement and it might not all be bad news, actually. There might be something good here. Because this announcement implies that there is more to SoD. Perhaps it wasn't a rug pull after all. We're gonna see. So here is where the entire thing happens. We finally got the entire plate, the entire content table of Phase 7 because it was like very contested. Season of Discovery Phase 7 goes live on January 28th. In Season of Discovery Phase 7, you're gonna need to face your fears and go boldly into Karasan Creeps. So that's it, we are getting actual Karasan Creeps. Now, it was believed that we were not getting Karasan Creeps after the direct. If we go back to the direct over here, I just conveniently pulled it up. Check out the wording they are using here.
So get ready not only for Naxxramas, but new instance content featuring the Scarlet Crusade, as well as adventures in Deadwind Pass.
Adventures in Deadwind Pass. That's the most plausible deniability thing I have ever seen. But no, they are indeed releasing Karasan Creeps. Now, my theory at the time, and I think this probably was the case, and they had to change it back to Karasan Creeps because of the backlash, is they were holding on the SoD content they promised, and they were holding it up for Classic Plus. It is very well possible that the Warcraft Direct backlash, all the people getting mad at Blizzard, motivated them enough to go and like, we gotta put something in SoD or people are gonna be really upset. So it might not be that, maybe they intended to do Karasan Creeps from the start, but I was convinced we were not gonna see Karasan Creeps, and we are gonna see Karasan Creeps. There is also gonna be the Naxxramas event, which is actually super freaking fun. There's like ghouls and stuff dropping down from the air, and you kill them, but it's all over the world. There's like floating ziggurats everywhere. It's really cool. I actually like that. And then of course you're gonna get Naxxramas. Now the timeline is a little weird. You get January 28th, you get Karasan Creeps, and then in February 6th, you get Naxxramas. Now, what else happens in February 6th, you might ask? The beta for Monster Hunter Wilds. What are the chances of us Mongols streaming Naxxramas launch, huh? Yeah, I don't think so. That's a kind of messed up date. I get it, like February is so crowded with releases this year that like almost any day that you choose is gonna be like with something. But yeah, that's gonna be pretty nutty. Like, I know what the hell I'm gonna be playing. I'm sorry, guys. I know. I might do Naxxramas later, I might not. We got the beta in the 17th, in like tomorrow, so that's cool. We are obviously gonna try out Karasan Creeps, which it is not very clear if it's gonna be in the PTR, so I don't think it will be in the PTR. Beginning with maintenance in January 28th, an all-new dungeon, Karasan Creeps, will make its debut. Work with your party to navigate through the shadows and face the dark dangers that lurk within. Investigate puzzles, oh god, and uncover the secret deeps in the walls and cavernous tunnels. Okay, you gotta get an attunement. There will be an attunement for this dungeon. You can start it by visiting the Light's Hope chapel. Okay, I'm gonna do something crazy here. I'm gonna show up in SoD. I'm gonna see if that quest line is already open. Okay, my character is flying all the way there, so it's gonna take a while. Meanwhile, Karasan Creeps will not be a raid, it will be a 5-player dungeon. That's something I kind of expected either way. I think they even confirmed it at one point before, so that's not a shocker. It is designed to be a challenge for well-geared players. This dungeon will introduce a new unique darkness mechanic that will require players to group up and stay within the light if they want to avoid hidden hazards within. The rest is up to you to explore and discover. So like there's like hidden traps and stuff. Then they talk about the event a little bit here. The Scourge marches down and the horrors which serve the Lich King may have begun to seed the lands of Azeroth with the Plague of Undead. Join with the Argent Dawn in this world event to put a stop to them, yada yada. There is no end in sight. Unlike in previous iterations, there is no end in sight. So does it mean that the event is never gonna end? The event is gonna go on forever? Or does it mean that there is just gonna be like infinite spawns? So in this event you can just basically get a bunch of like best in slot items. They are like, there's a bunch of epics and blues you can get from this. I don't know if they are gonna change them for SoD. They probably will. They are also making like a couple new custom quests where you're like a detective or something and you're trying to find like hidden Scourge activity or something. That's cool. That's good stuff. And there's also the additional bosses in Dire Maul, Razor Fendos, Scarlet Monasteries, Colomens, Shadowfang Keep, and Stratholm. You can find an extra boss in each one of them, so that's more loot. Very good items. Way too late now, but very good items for their level. Along the way, you will collect necrotic runes, which can be used to purchase items during this event, including Blessed Wizard Oil, Consecrated Sharpening Stone. These are like best in slot in TBC, by the way. We're not going to TBC in SoD, but like they are best in slot in TBC, so that's cool. Major healing potions, major mana potions, and more. So if it never ends, basically potions are gonna be worthless. If you have any potions that you've been hoarding, you should probably auction them now. Visit the rune brokers. Okay, yeah, you can get all the runes for free now. They got rid of runes. I thought that was a great change. They should have done it like at launch, honestly, but they got rid of it. That's good. Now they talk about Naxxramas a little bit here. Floating above the Plague Lands, the necropolis known as Naxxramas serves as the seat of one of the Lich King's most powerful officers, the dreaded Lich Kel'Thuzad. Okay, so that's just like random lore here. Kel'Thuzad, the skeleton boy, tuned for 20 players. You can venture into these hallowed halls with up to 40 players. Okay, they got rid of the 30 player limit. We got so freaking mad in the IQ 40 PTR. That was like the stupidest thing I've ever seen. It's in the name, it's IQ 40, and you were like, you can only take 25 players. Only 1% of the player base does it, even though there's like people complaining everywhere that they do it all the time. And they listen to reason, thankfully. It took them a while, but they did listen to reason. You will discover sanctified gear, which can be improved with the new Seal of the Dawn trinket to take on dangers in Naxxramas at the highest difficulty. Sanctified gear. So you're gonna get like specific gear that makes you like resistant to Naxxramas or something like that. Players will also receive more loot drops when a quarter is empowered, including new cosmetic items for your collection. Within the Frostwyrm lair, raid bosses Saphiron and Kel'Thuzad have more secrets to uncover when all the bosses are defeated at the highest difficulty. We can't wait to see you or not in the dark depths of Caras and Crypts, the halls of Naxxramas, and anywhere else, danger in Azeroth, yada yada. Okay, so there will be a difficulty system once again, to the surprise of nobody, but apparently only Saphiron and Kel'Thuzad will have unique mechanics from the difficulty mode. All of the other bosses are just gonna be like probably an affix system, like all of them, you know. The sanctified gear thing, I wonder what that is. Maybe it's like the weapons in Kael'thas, you remember like that boss in TBC, maybe it's like that? I don't know. Okay, so we're getting to the Eastern Plaguelands. Possibly in this millennia we're gonna get there. The flight path is super long from Kargat. Maybe I should have bought a summon. But while we wait for that, let's talk about something else. We saw something weird getting data mined. A bot found a data mine that they changed the patch of SoD. Like the official patch of SoD is 1.15, right? They changed it to 3.4.3. 3.4.3 is Rat of the Lich King. You guys know that's like, I think, ICC patch. So there was a lot of speculation. Why would they port SoD into the Rat of the Lich King model? What's up with that? Like, why would they do that? But then they just ported it back to the old patch. So we don't know if it's like a mistake and they rolled it back, or if they are experimenting with it. There could be a lot of reasons that they want to backport SoD into Rat of the Lich King client. The most obvious one is haha Classic Plus, of course, like a second season of Discovery, season or whatever. But the most important question you should ask yourself is, what do they get out of doing this? We got a couple theories. For example, the collection tab, like the pets and the mount tab in your character sheet, that's a Rat of the Lich King feature. Achievements, that's a huge one. They probably want to put a bunch of achievements in the game. You also got the TBC and Rat of the Lich King zones, so that could very well be another reason that they want to do 3.4.3, or it could just be like some vestigial thing, some experiment, and not anything else. Who knows? I am pretty sure they are working on Classic Plus at this point. Are we gonna see it out within our lifetime or not? That's a different question. Also, this was kinda funny, so I guess I mentioned it. Jerome had this idea of, oh, they are gonna make a secret boss for Naxxramas. I don't think we know yet. I never seen like a reliable source. I think Mr. GM made a post about it, but didn't see any proof. So I don't know, but we had the Molten Core boss in the Molten Core, which was like universally flamed for being a flaming chicken nugget. And I thought to myself, what other creativity can the SoD team produce? And Jerome told me, well, how about the Molten Core but Naxxramas? This is the boss in Naxxramas we're gonna get, okay? The Frozen Core. I thought it was hilarious, okay? I couldn't help myself. I had to make that edit. Let's just hope it's something cool and not another flaming chicken nugget. But very well, we are finally in the Lights Hope Chapel. So let's see if we can pick up that attunement quest they are talking about. So, do you have it? No. Do you have it? No. Look at all these people in the AQ40 mount. Okay, is it one of these guys? No. 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 We gotta go inside the chapel, perhaps? No. Okay, no. The attunement is not out yet. It might come out during the maintenance or like before the patch comes out or something, but it is not out yet. I don't know. They made it very confusing in the article. I wanted to check for myself. There is gonna be an attunement for Caras and Creeps, but it is not something you can start already. Are you gonna come back for SoD? I might. Subscribe, join the Discord, and thank you for watching.